Hey, welcome back, my amazing student. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today is a great day for coding. Now, on this lecture, I want to still show you a little bit more about errors in PHP because they are super important, guys. So I want to show you another way that you can display errors on PHP applications, but something a little bit more powerful than what we have been learning so far. So in PHP, or should I say in servers where we have Apache, okay, which is a program that we use for PHP applications. There are other softwares out there like ngInts. Okay, I don't really know how you pronounce that, so it's just my way of pronouncing it. But there are other types of programs out there and configurations. Okay, so you might want to look online for configurations depending on what server you're using. I'm using Apache. Okay, so in Apache we have something called the .htaccess file, and that is spelled like this, .htaccess, and this is short for hypertext access. Okay, that's what that means. So this file here is a file that can be put in the root directory of your website if you want to access your whole application. So in this root directory, which is test for me, I'm going to create a file called .htaccess. Now this dot is just telling us that this is a system file. Okay, this is for the server, for our computer. Computer is going to make use of this file. So in here, what we type in, because this is like a whole different language in here. Directives for servers is just like writing another programming language. Okay. Now there are many different directives that we can use. htaccess files can, this configuration in here can actually do a lot of things like take off the PHP files extensions with regular expressions. It could, show PHP errors. It could deny somebody looking at, it could deny the page access. It could deny somebody's IP address. So it could do a lot of different things. It's very powerful. Share hosting providers sometimes don't provide access to this file, and sometimes they do. Okay, by putting this file in the root directory sometimes without asking them if it works or not. Okay, right now, look, I'm gonna test mine. Right now, if I refresh, we can see the errors, right? That's because in my index.php file here, I'm actually displaying errors, right? Remember that my errors in my in here, they're off. You see that I still have them off. Okay, so if I want to display errors, let's go back to this here. If I refresh, my whole application breaks. I'm not displaying errors here. If I wanted to display errors, I go back to the .htaccess file there, and I'm going to write what we call flags. Okay, this is the way the directive works. Okay, I'm going to be writing a PHP flag here. Okay, it's a language specific for PHP here, right? So I'm going to do a PHP flag, and I want to make sure that the display errors is on, and this is how we write it. So PHP underscore flag space display underscore errors space on, lowercase. I'm going to save my file, and if I refresh here, I can see errors again. Simple as that. Okay, now I can come back here and do the others, or I can just copy and paste and make sure that the others are there. I'm gonna do startup. Now if you make any mistake on this file, your whole application is going to break. Okay, so keep that in mind. So you can also have, I believe you can turn on basically any errors from the php.ini. Okay, so these are some of the errors that you can play around with. You can also do, if we want to see some type of, instead of a flag, we want a value. Okay, you can say, hey, listen, the error log, and you put the path name where you want that to be logged in. So I'm just gonna say error 2.log, like that. I'll press save. I'm gonna do refresh, Okay, and now you can see that that file was created right here. And this gives you a little bit more information than what we had before, right? Look at this. We're getting the same thing we were getting in the errors log in the server before, in the PHP underscore error.log. Remember, right here, not right in this file here. Okay, so I think it's almost the same thing. We can check it out real quick. All right, let's see. Alrighty, this is the stuff that we were supposed to get. So yeah, it looks like that's what we're getting, right? It looks a little different here, of course, because you know we're using the .ht access. So this is pretty useful. So other things that we can do with this, and I'm done showing you this here because that's what I wanted to show you in this lecture. But I'm gonna give you a little bit of extra stuff here since I like you guys so much. You guys make my day when you make nice comments about my courses or me, or when you give me those nice reviews. Thank you so much, guys. For those of you that do it, all right? Anyway, let's say, for example, you want to deny access to a specific page on PHP. Like, let's say we want to deny access to the index page. There is a configuration, or should I say directive, that we can type on the version of your server or of your Apache, because that's what we're dealing with right now. And you can find out what server you're running here. Very simple, right here, PHP, right? We can, let's say, type Apache here. You can see it says server API. Okay, so it says Apache there. If you find Apache all over the place in this configuration in the PHP info function, then you're running Apache, sir. Okay, all right. But anyway, so let's say we want to deny access to this specific page, which is the index. In some configurations, in some older versions of Apache, you can type something like this. Let's say index that. I don't know if this is gonna work on my configuration. I don't know what version I have. 2.4. I'm not 100% sure this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it, okay? Because I don't do this every day, and usually I have like a command text file that I just copy and paste some of this stuff because there's so much information. I'm only human, you know. I think it's order, allow, and uppercase is super important here. If you don't do that, you can break your whole application by one mistake. And from all, hopefully I'm spelling it correctly. If not, we can look it up, refresh, and yeah, I'm not typing it correctly here. We probably get some errors there. Anyway, no. So I might be misspelling something here. All right, but anyway, let's try a different way here. Let me just take this off and let's do a require. Oh, denied. This should work. Let's see that, refresh, and there we have it, guys. Okay, so you can also do IP addresses. You can deny certain people depending where they're located. I don't know what IP address I have, and I wouldn't put it here anyway, guys, because some of you like to play a little bit around with trying to hack into other people's stuff, so I don't want to risk it. Anyway, so you can say deny from, let's say your IP address is this, not 1234. Let's be a little bit more creative. Dot something, maybe this, that, whatever. Okay, but make sure you put the from in here. I had it here, but why is it in yellow? Oh, that's right. These are the internal. These are okay. Got it. Sometimes my IDE plays tricks on me, or depending on the language that I'm actually using, because I'm using IntelliJ IDEA, and it has this highlighting colors for certain things, and you know, it could be a little confusing for me sometimes. You know, I'm thinking that this from is also going to be red when it's yellow, the same thing as this guy right here. So that's why it confused me. I thought that I didn't write the from, and I did. So anyway, deny from whatever IP address, that would work, okay? Sometimes maybe you want to do like, and you can put comments in here, guys. Deny from IP address. And you can put comments with a little number symbol there, or a hash, and that's how you put comments on these files, okay? You could also like do rewrites. Let me see if my IDE can help me. Rewrite, let's say a rewrite condition, and then you can put some stuff in here, some directives, and that is going to, let's say maybe you want to take off a PHP extension from a file, or display something else, a variable, through the GET request or something. You can do a lot of different things with the htaccess file, okay? But anyway, that's it for this lecture here, guys. Hopefully you learn a little bit from it, and I'll see you on the next lecture.